G'day everyone, and welcome to my small gardening YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be growing some blueberries in containers. Now the good thing about growing blueberries in containers is one, they grow very well in containers, and then two, they are portable as well, and you can easily manage how much nutrients they get, water, and just general management as well, which is awesome. And I'm going to be growing them in some root pouches, which are awesome. I'll explain them very soon, but I got those from Rob, from Rob's Backyard Farming and Aquaponics, fellow Aussie, top bloke. So thank you very much, Rob, for these. And if you want to check out his channel, make sure you do. It's a link will be in the description. He does a lot of cool stuff. Grows heaps and heaps of produce at their urban farm up in Queensland. So make sure you check out his channel. Firstly, if this is the first time you've come here, how's it going? I hope you're all doing well. So I do this sort of stuff on my channel, growing. It's really my channel is about growing as much produce as you can. So make sure you consider subscribing. The bottom right corner there will be a little watermark. You can click on that, or straight below there will be a subscribe button. So the good thing about root pouches, growing some blueberries, and the good thing about root pouches are that they are air pruning. So basically what that is, I'm not a real big expert, I know very little, but basically the basic principles are that the roots will grow, they will grow through this fabric and hit the dry air, and they'll get pruned off by the dry air. And so in response, the plant then sends out more roots, and they're much thinner. They're much more like hair. They're sort of like hair-like roots, and these are much better at picking up water and nutrients. So blueberries like a very acidic soil, so I'm going to be making up a soil blend which I got straight from the information of one of the varieties that I've got. So it's basically 50% Camellia and Azalea potting mix, which is for acid-loving plants, and then also 50% pine bark mulch. Plus I've added some compost and blood and bone as well, just to add some more nutrients to the soil blend, and gave the whole lot a good mixing. But basically I've got 2 blueberry plants. I got 3 pots, but 2 blueberry plants, and one of them is the Blueberry Burst, which is a new Australian cultivar, I believe, and it's supposedly supposed to have blueberries that are about 4 times the size, I think, of regular blueberries. It's also a dwarf variety, so it only grows to about 1 meter, and it's supposed to be very good for pots. And then the other one I have got is the Sunshine Blue. I've grown this before in a very small plastic pot, and it did okay, but it was really restricting it. This, again, it's not a dwarf, but it only grows to 1 meter high, or 1.5 meters high, and about 1 meter wide. So again, it's a nice dense bushy blueberry plant. Okay, so these are my blueberries. So I've got the Blueberry Burst on the left here. This is the Australian cultivar. And yeah, this is the one that's supposed to have very large berries, a dwarf variety as well. And then this here is the Sunshine Blue, which I have grown before. If you've subscribed to my channel for a while, you would have probably seen the other one that I was growing in the 30 centimeter or about 12 inches in that just black plastic pot. So I know that this one does well in containers, and also this is going to be growing in a much bigger container, and it's also the root pouch, which is even better. So they're looking really good. This one has nice root system, and it's got a good overall shape. And then this one here has a brilliant shape already. It's got that nice V shape. Even though it wasn't the biggest, I always look, the 2 things I look for is, one is the shape already. Doesn't matter the size, it's got to have a good shape, and also a good root system. You don't want it to be pot bound or root bound. That's where the roots just circle the bottom of the container and pretty much strangle itself. So these are the varieties I'm going to be planting. So yeah, they look great, and I'm so excited. So we'll get to planting them now. Okay, so now I'll just be filling it up with the potting media. So I'm just going to put some in the bottom, and then once it gets to about the depth of the pot, I'll just be sitting the pot in there and backfilling around it. So have a look. No, still need a bit more to fill up. Whoops-a-daisy. Okay, check that now. Okay, so that's sitting bit, probably 2 centimeters, nearly an inch underneath the top of the pot, but that is good because what you do with blueberries is actually plant them a bit deeper. Plant them an inch or about 2.5 centimeters deeper, and that way they will actually grow roots, more roots, so they'll be able to form a better root system, and also that's a way of propagating it. So if you fill it up to the top, it covers some of the shoots, and then that way they will form roots, and you can actually propagate the blueberries that way. So now I'll just take it out of its pot, give it a bit of a squeeze down the bottom. There we go. That is got a really nice root system. And that's the thing about blueberries. They have a very fine sort of just root mass. It's not a lot of these thick ones. It's more the fine, yet finer roots. And they form this sort of mat. So, put that straight at the bottom. Now, I will just backfill around it. Alright, and now we will just pot up the blueberry burst. So I'm just going to be filling it up at the bottom again. So I will try to pot this one up slightly different. So basically, what I'm hoping is that just get the depth right. Which is probably, I want it a little bit more in there. And that seems okay. Yep, that's a bit better. So now what I'm actually going to do is just completely backfill around it while it's still in the pot. Which I should have actually done for the first one, but that's okay. So then hopefully what will happen is that I'll be able to just take it straight out of the pot and I'll leave a hole. Then I'll just be able to put it in straight like that. Alright, packed it down a bit, take it out, there we go, look at that. Give it a bit of a squeeze, turn it upside down, gently just tease it out. So yeah, look at that nice root system there. So then we'll just tease these roots out just a little bit, pop it straight back in the hole. Give it a good push down. And backfill some more. And there we go. So after I finished backfilling the blueberries in the pots, I also put most of the remaining pine bark mulch on top as a mulch. This way it just helps to lock in some of that water, stop the soil from drying out, and also helps to keep the soil a bit acidified as well, which they will love. Then after that I did also remove the flowers. Now it is actually really important to remove the flowers, especially in the first year. This just then helps the plant to focus all of its energy on root production, forming a good root system and getting itself established, and also on top, getting a good framework, making sure that the top foliage is nice and big, so that way it will be able to fruit more in the following years. So that pretty much wraps most of it up, but before I move on, just to finish, I've got to thank a very special group of people, and they are the patrons. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. They actually funded most of this video. They bought pretty much the root pouches and a few other small things to help put this video together. So thank you guys so much. You are amazing. So basically the Patreon is just a site where very generous people like you folk, they just contribute a couple of dollars a month to my channel to help support my channel so I can do things like this. So if you want to check that out, link is in the description, and there'll be a little icon popping up towards the end of the video. So yeah, thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. Now lastly, with fertilizing the blueberries, I am going to be fertilizing them a couple of times a year. It will be probably once a year with compost. That'll probably be in like spring, and then spring or summer, and then also around the same time I'll probably be doing using a bit of potash. So what is it? Sulfate of potash, that's the one. and that helps to promote more flowers, therefore more fruit. So that'll pretty much be it, just those. And then also liquid feeding during the growing season, so spring and summer as well. So yeah, I really think that these blueberries will get off to a great start. They've got a really good mix as well. So that is definitely important and will definitely help in their growing. So I will leave it at that. That pretty much wraps it up. So if you like that video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you have any comments, suggestions or questions, leave them below in the comment section and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you click on my face that's popping up around here. That way you'll just stay updated whenever I post a new video here on YouTube. You can come along and suss out what I'm talking about. So, hope you're all having a cracker of a week, and I hope that your plants are all booming and you are well and happy. So I will catch you next video. Cheers all, have a top one.